And black colours comes up. Racing Hard about to move in. Hope Sun coming up. First race today, racing on a heavy 10 for the Tattersalls Racing Club program. Scarlet Joe moves forward. Hollywood and Vine coming up. Most of the field placed away now. Equal favourites here on track, Racing Hard and Scarlet Joe. Racing Hard has been a drifter, 280 out to 330, but Scarlet Joe's been a market mover, 380 into 330. Hollywood and Vine at 420, Chinkle Casino at $9 and Patmos at 10. That's what's happening on track. Tatsbet Toad has Racing Hard 350, Scarlet Joe 370, Hollywood and Vine 460, and Chinkle Casino at 930. Now Hazelden will be the last one to come up for the first of 8 races today, 2,200 metres ahead of them. And they're all in, set to go for race 1. Stand by for a start. Racing about to get underway at Eagle Farm. Heavy 10 track. And we're set for the first race.
Okay, guys, we've got a light.
Red light is on. There's the gates opening. They're off and racing in the first. Scarlet Joe might have hesitated, but she came out last. Best to go Racing Hard with Chinkle Casino. Booting up inside that pair, Rock Rules. Flying Jokers pressing forward. And No Shackles about 6th away around the first bend. Then Patmos, Hollywood and Vine, followed by Hazelden, Hope Sun and Scarlet Joe at the tail end. They leave the straight and head by the 1,800 metres, and Chinkle Casino allowed to stride to the lead now, out by 3/4 of a length. Racing in second, Flying Joker. 2 to Rock Rules in third, and a Nectar Racing Hard fourth. He's in a good spot, one of the favourites. 2 lengths away then, No Shackles on the outside of Patmos, followed by Hollywood and Vine, Hope Sana, Hazelden second last, and 3 wide outside that pair, and Scarlet Joe whips them in. Heading into the back straight and approaching the 1,400 metres, a good gallop sees Chinkle Casino and Flying Joker striding clear of their rivals by 5 lengths. Hazelden improving to third around Racing Hard, and over on the inside was Rock Rules. A couple then to Patmos. It races inside of No Shackles. 2 then to Hollywood and Vine outside of Hope Sana, and Scarlet Joe was the tail ender. Along the back straight, heading towards the back bend with just over 1,000 metres left to run, and Hazelden went forward from well back, took the lead now from Flying Joker second. Chinkle Casino went back to third, then Racing Hard. Followed by Rock Rules, then came Patmos, No Shackles beginning a run. Hollywood and Vine a long way back with Hope Sun, and still Scarlet Joe sees the entire field. 700 metres left to go, and the front runner, it was Hazelden, tackled again on the outside now by Flying Joker. Racing third is Racing Harder, followed then by Chinkle Casino. Patmos, Hollywood and Vine and Scarlet Joe all trying to work into the picture. Then Rock Rules, second last Hope Sana, and out at the tail was No Shackles. Into the home straight they travel. Flying Joker alongside Hazelden. Racing Hard looming. So is Scarlet Joe. Hollywood and Vine can't quite go with that pair. Down towards the 200 metres though. And Scarlet Joe and Racing Hard now race to the lead. From Hollywood and Vine running on fairly well. And then came Hope Sana. But Racing Hard's in front with 100 metres left to go. Scarlet Joe can do no better. Then Hollywood and Vine and Hope Sana. But it's Racing Hard in front. And Racing Hard raced away and won the first. Beat Scarlet Joe, third Hope Sun, fourth Hollywood and Vine. Then Hazelden, followed by Flying Joker Patmos, Chinkle Casino, Rock Rules, and No Shackles was last over the line. Racing Hard, a conclusive winner of the first race. He dashed away and won by a good margin. Racing Hard, the winner number 3, Larry Cassidy. Second, 6 Scarlet Joe, Chris Muntz. And Hope Sun will be third. Number 11, ridden by Jason Holder, just edging out Hollywood and Vine, number 5. So placings being semaphore on the first. Racing Hard was always on the speed. Made his move soon after straightening. He and Scarlet Joe briefly had a tussle, but then Racing Hard kicked clear from Scarlet Joe and has won by a good margin. Numbers are official. 3, 6, 11 and 5 on the first race. 3 Racing Hard, Larry Cassidy the winner. 6 second, Scarlet Joe, Chris Muntz. 11 third, Hope Sun, Jason Holder. And 5 was fourth, Hollywood and Vine, with 8 running fifth, which was Hazelden. So they were certainly getting into the track over the final stages, but Racing Hard, he was strong. He was clearly too good for his rivals. He outstayed his rivals in the opening race. by Shower Hard out of Miss Exec, a 4-year-old Bayo Brown gelding. That's his 5th race win today at his 20th start. He's raced by the Action Racing Thoroughbreds Multi No. 1 Syndicate, G. Fitzner, S. Spencer, the Vegas Club Syndicate, K. Marsh, G. Cow, J. Carr, the W. Robinson Syndicate, and M and Mrs. K. Fitzner. So, Wayne, as we cross to you, plenty of winning owners there with Racing Hard. He's a promising 4-year-old, only lightly raced, and today he was clearly too good for them.
Yes, you're right, David, and a good ride by Larry Cassidy too, getting him up into a nice position, and several of his dangers were back in the field. Winning trainer Rob Heathcote is making his way towards the winner's circle now, and this horse has been a model of consistency over a long period of time. Well done, Rob.
Thanks, Wayne. I was just saying to a few of your fellow press guys that hard to imagine his first ever race start was 1,000 metres at Doomben, and he won by 5.
Well, very strong today.
Yeah, he was, and a lovely ride by Larry. And, you know, I just said to the owners, congratulations, guys, you deserve it. He's been in the money his last 6 times, so, you know, he deserved the win today.
Okay, well done, Rob. Go and talk to Larry, and we'll have a chat to Larry in a few moments' time about the condition of the track. David?
The winner, Racing Hard, started $3.40. Scarlet Joe was the $3.30 favourite, and Hope Sun at $31. $3.40, $3.30 in favourite, and $31 starting price returns on the first race. The Toad Dividends, Racing Hard number 3, $4.60, $1.60, 6 Scarlet Joe, $1.50, 11 Hope Sun, $5.70, the Quinella, $6.90, and the Trifecta, $223.60. They're the starting prices and Toad Dividends on race 1. Larry Cassidy having a chat with Rob Heathcote, and a big round of applause too for Larry's ride. It was a typical 10 out of 10 performance, and great to see all of the, or not all of the owners, but many of the owners of Racing Hard here today celebrating his 5th win. Larry Cassidy's going to scale. Race 2 today is the Sky Racing Handicap. Scratchings are 4, 5 and 6, a field of 4 with no jockey changes. Wayne, let's go back to you now as you're about to have a chat with Larry Cassidy as he hops off the scale after race 1.
Yes, thank you, David. What was that? What did you just say? It was worse now than it was this morning?
Oh, look, I galloped a horse on it this morning, and then the stewards walked the track, and they asked what I thought, and I said, well, I'd love to say a heavy 9, but it's definitely a heavy 10, and they totally agreed. And I walked on the track at the 600 metre mark after I rode the gallop, and geez, I hardly actually marked it, you know, but it felt that heavy underneath. Yeah. And cantering to the start there, I thought, geez, you know, I think that had a little shower of rain, but it certainly, the track felt worse, heavier now than what it did this morning.
Yeah. Yeah. I just noticed on the video as we were watching the race, you weren't turning much over in the back straight, but you were pretty keen to get away from the inside once you hit the straight. Yeah,
look, I was sort of a little bit undecided actually, sort of going to the start. You know, being the first race, you don't want to scout too wide sort of, you know, before the turn, and you know, because you are getting first crack at the track. But after cantering the start, I thought, well, I'll just see how I travel come to the turn. And look, I'd done no work early, I travelled easy, so I was prepared to come out when the other horse come to me. I thought I prefer to be a bit wider, and hopefully it's a bit better out there than what it is on the inside. Than staying on the inside and getting run down, something silly like that.
Okay, well done.
Tough.
Larry Cassidy, who's won the opening event this afternoon on Racing Hard, getting punters off to a pretty good start. David?
Yes, favourite backers off on the right leg in the first race, and there is correct weight. Weight is right on race 1. Now, checking the margins and time details, 3.5 lengths by 3/4 of a length, so no excuse for the beaten opposition. The winning margin, very comprehensive there. 3.5 lengths by 3/4 of a length. The time was 2:21.3. The last 600 metres in 38.8. 2:21.3, 38.8. 2:21.3 is 7.2 seconds outside of the class record held by Wonder Blue. So they're the margins and time details. You have all other information on race 1. And our second race today is scheduled for 12:45. Only a field of 4 contesting race 2 over the 1,000 metres. Our next race coming up, interstate, is race 2 at Flemington.